What's up, movie nerds? It's your girl, CC, and let's get candid about the Thursday Murder Club. Short answer, the movie was fine if you like murder mysteries and you got some time to kill. Long answer, it was nice for a lazy afternoon watch, but it's not a movie I'd revisit.
Well, that's not good.
You know, I was really liking it, but then the ending had to go and spoil it all. Plus, the mystery itself wasn't actually the focal point. It was more of the old folk working together to solve a crime, which is nice and all. I mean, I liked the teamwork and the cast had great chemistry.
Clearly, you work well together.
But you should be wowed by both the mystery and the detectives in a murder mystery movie. Honestly, I had a better time with Clue. Sure, it was less logical, but it was funnier, more engaging, and a lot more satisfying in the end.
We always get our man.
The Thursday Murder Club wasn't a bad movie, but it seemed hurried, and the mystery lacked depth and payoff.
Kinda took the wind out of my sails.
But that's just my initial review of the movie. Keep on watching to see the full review and whether or not you want to give this movie a shot.
There's gonna be a few spoilers throughout this review because it is a murder mystery. It's kind of hard to go around it.
You have been warned.
So let's get this party started.
I mean, really, let's do this, mother!
First up is acting, which I give an 8 out of 10. The cast is definitely stacked, with Helen Mirren, Celia Imrie, Ben Kingsley, and James Bond himself, Pierce Brosnan.
The name's Bond.
And it definitely shows because the acting is quite good. Every character has their own personality and quirks that the actors breathe to life, and the actors also bring a certain humor, warmth, and delightfulness that only these actors can bring. Their acting, as well as the rest of the cast, certainly compensate for any shortcomings within the script, which I'll talk about in a minute. Frankly, I enjoyed watching them and their chemistry on screen, and I don't think the movie would have landed quite as well without each of these actors.
Wasn't that just magnificent?
Next is the story and script, which I give a 6 out of 10. So I would have given this an 8 out of 10 for the interesting detectives and the intriguing plot, if it wasn't for the disappointing reveal and resolution.
Well, now I'm sad.
Now, the story itself wasn't groundbreaking, but it was enjoyable and easy to follow until the final 20 minutes. That's when a character with advanced dementia manages to solve one of the murders before the quick-witted detective, leading to a no-questions-asked arrest despite the murder being accidental.
Yes, I'm with you so far.
But since the other murder in the old cold case still needed to be solved, the movie presses on and then reveals that the detective's friend committed the decades-old murder from the cold case, and her husband killed in the present day to cover it up because she was in a coma. But do these two murderers get locked up for their crimes? No!
Well, that's not right, obviously.
The detective even allows the husband to commit murder-suicide with a heavy dose of fentanyl, ending both the husband and the wife's lives.
Yeah, that's not good.
So I really don't care that these two were as old as dirt. Justice should be applied evenly. I mean, the first man is punished despite the murder being accidental, but the couple who intentionally killed people are allowed to take the coward's way out. Just allowed to do whatever they want. It's hypocritical and makes for a really depressing and unsatisfying end to an otherwise good movie.
Well, this sucks.
Now for the details, which I give a 6 out of 10. Nothing to see here, really. I didn't notice any continuity errors, and each location felt authentic, but the world itself lacked depth.
Well, that's very disappointing.
I've seen films build more immersive and detail-rich environments, like the envelope scene in Bad Guys 2, which I talked about in an earlier review, or just the sheer awe of the Superman and Fantastic Four worlds.
It's so beautiful.
But I wasn't really feeling it here. In a murder mystery, you want the movie to be chock full of details, so when the big reveal happens, it doesn't feel like they pulled a solution out of their butts.
And I know what I'm talking about.
Ideally, you should feel like you could piece together the solution yourself. In this movie, the solution isn't completely arbitrary, but there also aren't enough meaningful clues for you to solve it on your own. At best, you might guess the murderer due to predictability, but not from the evidence.
Well, it's a mess, ain't it, Sheriff?
And let's get into the reasons for the rating. So this movie is a PG-13 murder mystery comedy. And while that mostly sums it up, it is really walking, running, and doing parkour on the line between PG-13 and R. So let's talk about it.
Sex, baby.
I kid you not. A man's junk is shown on screen for at least 5 to 10 seconds, and what a jump scare. But at least it was just a drawing of it, but still, it's a nude man.
Get that ding-a-ling away from me.
Also, an affair is mentioned for like a key or a clue to the case, so a picture is shown with the two in bed, but it's nothing explicit.
Drugs and alcohol.
Wine, gin, beer, and other liquors were drunk throughout this movie, movie, but nobody got drunk. Plus, since it's a show about old people, there are prescription drugs shown and used, and fentanyl is also used as a poison.
The gross stuff.
A man's thing being drawn when the model wasn't nude.
Ew.
I mean, I feel like that's some sort of crime or sexual harassment. I mean, it's definitely perverse and concerning.
Yikes!
Plus, it's just gross to see any form of genitalia, especially in a seemingly innocuous movie.
Language!
I'm honestly a little surprised here. I wasn't expecting to hear old people say the F word twice, but it happened, along with 2 heavy uses of the Lord's name in vain, 1 S word, 5 others, 1 written use of WTF, and some British slang that I'm not aware of, like, the definition, but how it was said seemed offensive.
Time for violence.
This is a murder mystery, just so you know. So there are a couple of murders and dead people on screen. Now, it's not as violent as some murder mysteries go. I mean, you never see the act of the murder, just bodies. But even so, there are some things to mention. The cold case flashback shows a woman falling from like a 2nd-story window with a knife at her gut.
Oh, that can't be good.
But the blood is so obviously fake, and it's in black and white. Next, a man is found murdered in his home, lying in a puddle of his own blood. But again, it's so obviously fake.
It's fake.
After that, a man is killed using fentanyl as a poison, but he just kind of falls to the ground like he fainted, so it's not really like scary. Also, you see a man with bloodied hands because he's a florist and he trims roses without gloves, so it's kind of dumb, but you do you, man.
Oh, Daddy's got a boo-boo.
Lastly, and this is the most violent thing in this movie, and honestly, just a really violent thing in general, the main murderer used fentanyl to kill himself and his wife in a murder-suicide, just so they wouldn't go to jail. And that's just crazy to me, because this woman is in a coma, so 1, she can't consent, and also, it's murder! Not to mention stupid depressing.
That's a real bummer.
Like, it's so weird that the director or scriptwriter think that the audience is supposed to be okay with this. Like, this is a good ending for a movie and an adequate ruling of justice for 2 people who murdered people.
It's just weird.
So basically, the murder-suicide, the drawing of a man's junk, and the 2 F words is why I think this movie is really towing the line of its self-acclaimed rating and genre.
Preach it, sister.
Overall, I give this movie a 6 out of 10. I wasn't really blown away by this movie, and I wanted to be, because a bunch of old people solving crimes just seemed neat. But I've seen better murder mystery movies, ones with better mysteries, and a whole lot more satisfying in the end.
Take him away, boys.
And honestly, the ending and how the movie was resolved really bummed me out, and it just wasn't good. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie, but I'm definitely not going to be watching it again.
There is no flavor.
I mean, if you like murder mystery stories, this is one to look into, but I'd recommend TV shows like Monk or Psych, or movies like the RDJ Sherlock Holmes or Murder on the Orient Express before I'd ever recommend this movie. I mean, there are a bunch of different medias that I would recommend first.
Wrap that up and give it to a child on Christmas, because we're done.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this review. Make sure to comment down below your thoughts and what you want to see me review next. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click that little notification bell so you never miss a review just like this. Also, click right here to see like the cutest love story I've seen in a long time. I mean, it's based in 1998. Hey, that's my birth year. And it's all about a girl who has curly hair just trying to find love in Korea. It's just great. You should check it out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and just remember, right here at Candid Cinema, it's okay to talk, it's okay to text, and I will see you later. Bye!